Hello, everyone. I'm doing this review on the BD Diesel 5R110, and the reason I'm doing it is because there are no reviews by Joe Blow out on the internet for the 5R110 that BD Diesel makes. I looked for them everywhere on all the forums, on the Power Stroke forums, etc. On the BD Diesel website, there's only one review on there written, and so I wanted to give a review for all those other people that own F250s, F350s, that are in the same boat I was in and are looking for a new transmission or looking to rebuild, etc. I wanted to give a review on this product just because I want to do one that was not biased. I'm not sponsored, and like most guys here in America, you know, we're just trying to make sure that our vehicles keep working and they work properly when needed. And so, again, no one's paying me to do this. I just want to do it so the next guy down the road that watches this video makes an informed purchase, and then at least has a peace of mind when they're buying this product. So like most people in 2022 that are fleeing California, I needed something to tow with, so I ended up getting this 07 F250, the Lariat. And man, this thing towed super smooth, very strong. I towed all my family stuff in a trailer I got. Had to do a second trip to California, and this second time around, I decided, since the load was heavier and it was closer to about 20,000 pounds, about there. I mean, this is a good guess, just because of the weight of the trailer and the amount of heavy ticket items that I had in there. So just so you know, the distance I had to cover was about 2,100 miles, and it handled great. Only the difference between the first trip and the second trip that I did from California out here to the east part of the United States was that I tuned it. I put a tow tune on it, and just because I felt I was probably going to need that extra power going uphill. That was a bad mistake. I'm sure a lot of you have gone through that same problem. If your transmission has any form of issue, anything, when you put a tow tune on it, it is going to make that problem even worse. So long story short, I get out here to my destination, I offload everything, and a few weeks later I decided I needed to go buy some horse panels for some livestock. I have out here obviously horses, and I started getting flares on the shifts, and then I also started getting problems with it, kind of being hesitant. I came to a stop in the middle of a little country road, and man, this thing did not want to go forward, backwards. It just stayed there. The tow haul icon was flashing. So some nice gentleman there that was pulling past me backed up and then asked me if I was having problems, and he was kind enough to tow me aside. And so I sat there with my truck off for about an hour and a half, and then thought about long and hard what was going on with the trans. And so my worst fears came true. I ended up getting towed all the way down to the shop, and man, I turned the guts of the transmission and basically into a Brillo pad. Man, the transmission fluid looked like it had glitter in it, and was as thick as molasses. So that tow tune definitely made it worse. One of the shop owners said, "You know what? If you want power to your truck, put it on it. You just don't tune it. You know, do the mods to the engine." And well, anywho. So once I found out that the transmission was absolutely destroyed, I jumped on the internet and started shopping for a trans. And so, you know, you have Brian's Truck Shop, you have ATS, you have Suncoast, and several other Stage 3 performance transmission. I mean, just a whole bunch of them. And so I found the BD Diesel transmission was sold on various diesel performance websites, like Thoroughbred, XD. I mean, just a bunch. All of them happen to sell this transmission, but none of them had any reviews for this specific transmission. So I kind of felt like I was taking a gamble, seeing as how the reviews on, say, Google were pretty negative as far as the customer service. And so I thought about it, and you know, I saw most of the other places that weren't going to be able to give me a transmission anytime soon, and I did not want to get a stock 5R110 because I was just going to get the same problem I already ran into if I was going to be towing heavy. So I took a gamble and decided to go ahead with the BD Diesel 5R110. I called up customer service, and surprisingly they answered, which was one of the biggest complaints with BD Diesel. It was their customer service. So I called. They answered just about every time I called. And if they didn't answer, they got back to me as soon as possible. They responded to their emails for the most part. And so before I ordered it, I wanted to make sure that they actually had the transmission in stock, and I wasn't going to be waiting months for them to put together one and then send it to me. So, and they assured me. And so I put the order in, and within the week, actually, like they said, I received my transmission via FedEx freight shipping. And I took my transmission to the shop. They installed it, and I was waiting for about 2-3 days before they finally completed the installation. I picked it up on May 4th. It is now May 8th, and I've already managed to put over 800 miles on the transmission. The support line for BD Diesel told me that I needed to put about 250 miles on it before the shifting gets smooth. I noticed the shifting gets smooth about 300 and change. Since then, I've put it through the regular drive mode, and then also in tow haul mode. And I went through the shop and installer did the relearn process, but I made sure to go through all the paces. I put it through tow haul, through regular, and also made sure to engage it in 4-wheel drive to see if I had any hiccups. Again, I'm now at 800 plus miles. So far, I haven't had any issues. Initially, when I first started driving it, I had firm or hard shifting, if you will, on third gear. But that has gone away. The only time I do feel firmness in the shifting is in when I'm going faster. Obviously, when I'm going at 75% throttle, you feel just a hair firmer, and then if you're going 100%, it still appears to be like it's going through that learning the shifting points, and so the shifting is a little bit harder. You don't feel that mule kick effect, but you certainly feel the firmness as compared to when you're just going about 50% throttle. So, and then just so you guys know that I am not blowing smoke, here is the actual transmission. There it is. You see the large pan. What I am noticing is that the warm-ups are a little bit longer before. Obviously, it has higher oil capacity, so it kind of feels like it takes longer to get to operating temperature. The Installation was clean. There are no leaks in the pan. Everything comes already pre-assembled when they send it to you. Obviously, the only thing it doesn't come with is with the oil. You gotta put that in right there. But I have not had any problems with leaks from the actual unit itself. Neither at the points where they meet with the engine and the the rear axe, the drive shaft. I am not. Let's see. Not getting any other problems with the transmission other than the ones that I've stated. I got 3-year warranty with it, right? Which is the manufacturer one, and then also paid money for an additional 3 years after that one expired. And I ended up getting the flex plate and the torque converter like as a package. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and do my confirmation here. So here we go. So there's the mileage. Let me see if I can zoom out here. Here we go. All right. So there's my instrument panel. I'll go ahead and here it is. So you notice there it is. I'm at 859.4 miles, and again, I haven't had any issues with flaring, none. The only problem I had during the initial install was just that slight firm shift compared to the other gears when I first got it. So that has kind of subsided. I'll go ahead and put it in drive, and then that way you guys can see how my RPM goes, and then you can see the speedometer, and that way it'll give you an idea as to how it shifts. And I want to do this because I mean it is a huge investment in your F250 or F350. It's a big investment, and nobody wants to go ahead and waste time or money. And to me, time is money, so it's like double the cost if you have to send back your transmission. So go ahead, and I'm not going to be going crazy fast. I'm just going to put it through like normal driving so you can see how it shifts. So once again, the acceleration, that's what everybody wants to hear. And I kept silent. During the acceleration, just so you could hear. Obviously, that's one thing that many guys do. They want to listen, they want to feel, and they want to see the instrument panel to see how it's behaving. So let me put it back in park, and all right, so that way we can see again. There's no editing here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in drive, and then I'll do the acceleration again, and you can pay attention to how it shifts, and then I'll go ahead and do that in tow haul mode as well. Not too bad. There we go. All right. So then I'll go through the tow haul mode in a second. All right. So I'll put it in park. That way we start fresh. Here we go. So now tow haul mode. And I'll stay quiet while it goes through the shifting, and you can hear the actual winding, and you can see the instrument panels, and you can see how it's behaving as I go through the shifts. And then I go through like just a mild acceleration, or your normal driving and towing acceleration. Obviously, when you're towing something heavy, man, you're not going to be flooring it and trying to put some tread down on the road. So, all right. Give it 1 second. So I'll go through 50% acceleration here. Coming to a near stop, and I'm just doing a U-turn real quick. Slowing down. Now I'll go through a quick coast on it, since I did do a normal coasting. So no flaring, but it does certainly feel firmer on the shifts, since again, as I guess they categorized it as a performance transmission, which is kind of something what I was looking for. It is expected to be just a hair firmer on the shifts. In regular mode, again, when you're not towing, it actually feels pretty smooth on regular driving, very smooth. You don't even feel the gears kick in. This one does not come with the billet input shaft. If you're trying to produce a lot of power, like you're doing the heavy mods to it, the BD Diesel does recommend that you buy the billet input shaft, pull out the old one, obviously just slide the new one in. Is how they explained it. But I don't have any serious mods to my truck, and I'm not tuning it either. That's the last time I do it. If you hit the subscribe button, I'm gonna go ahead and put a video up in regards to returning the core. Obviously, when you buy it, you pay for the core up front, and then you're supposed to get it back. It was like about $1,800. So I'll go ahead and post a video on how the core return process goes for me. See if the customer service is on point with it. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put a updated video on how my first service goes. See if I get any shavings in there, or see if anything is happening or wrong with the transmission at 5,000 miles of service. So again, hit the subscribe button, and I'll keep you posted on to any changes or with this transmission. Any problems, I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. Thank you.